Hi everyone, welcome to another CyberGist live session. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being right here with us. So today we are going to be talking about cyber synergy, how communities shape success. So today I have my guests, Alero Lacheri. Um, Hi Alero.
Hello, hi everyone. Hi,
Thank
so
you
good
so
to be
much
here.
for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us for Cyber Gist. So Alero is not just one speaker. Alero is actually someone that leaves community. So when I thought about this topic, I just knew that like she's going to own it, right? So Alero, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself? Let's get to meet you.
Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Alera Lacheri Mobilitera. Apologies for my voice. It's been a very long week, but I will just make do with my voice for today. I am a cybersecurity personnel. I work in cybersecurity consulting space to be precise, and I lead communities. I am I'm always out for cyber communities, different kind of communities. But right now, I lead one community. I manage it rather, Cyber Girls Alumni Community for the Cyber Girls Fellows of the Cyber Safe Foundation. There's also apologies for the background noise. Okay, so there are many other things that I do apart from that. I mean, based on communities, I am a facilitator at Cyberlac Soc Academy. It's a cybersecurity SOC specific community. There's also one of my mentors, community for her mentees. I mean, I do a lot of things in that space, and it's so good to be here. And for the context of what we're going to be having a conversation on, I will just talk about that. And it's been amazing being in communities, leading communities, serving communities, and that's where we are right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alero. So you see, Alero is a powerhouse, and that's just a bit of the so many things that she does. She's not telling us all of it. So it's super nice to have you, Alero. So today we're looking at cyber synergy, how communities shape success, and yeah, I'm going to start with asking what exactly communities are and what exactly we mean, like when we talk about synergy. So especially in the cybersecurity space and beyond, yeah, because we have a number of people that would be listening, people that maybe would even listen later that may not exactly be in the cybersecurity space. But of course, communities shape success across various fields. So just what is community to you? Is community just maybe just one group people come around? Like what exactly is community and how does it shape success when there is synergy? Hi Alero, can you hear me? Okay, so I think Alero dropped off for a few minutes. Okay, so I was asking how communities shape success. What do we actually mean, like when we talk about communities, right? And while we wait for Lero to join in, so I did ask this question sometime within the week. I asked for how communities have been able to shape personal and professional journeys. and I did get like little feedback. People talk about how communities helped them get clarity at times when they were stuck, how communities have helped them even define maybe a career path, how communities have helped them, expose them to opportunities and all of that, like a whole lot that community does, right? So Alera is back, and I was asking for you to share with us
Apologies. Yes.
what exactly communities are. What do we mean when we say communities? Right. So just before you joined, I was talking about some of the responses I got when I did ask this question on my WhatsApp status some days ago. People sharing like how communities have shaped their personal and professional journey. But yeah, let's even talk about what communities are.
Okay. So I'm going to be saying that if you think about it, community, you can take it from communal, when you commune. I mean, having conversations with people, heart to heart, around a common thing, a common topic, a common issue. So it could be something that is common for everyone. Here we can say cybersecurity. So let's use cybersecurity as an example. So if we have a cybersecurity community, it means that it's a community of people, like-minded people that understand or have a common goal in cybersecurity, probably to seek a job or to be better in their cybersecurity careers or the cybersecurity journey, or they're just starting out, maybe a beginner community or an intermediate community or an expert community. This just helps for a and it's an avenue for people to converse, to have communication, to speak about things that they're interacting with, grow together, see how they can be better. So there's this thing that we always say that iron sharpens iron. You cannot you cannot be an island of knowledge. You cannot just know something on your own. If there are other people that know things, you can never know everything. So if there's someone that knows something, I know another thing, I can teach this person what I know in cybersecurity, and this person can also reciprocate that knowledge that they have to me. And when we're sharing, we're helping ourselves, we're making ourselves better. It's just for our own good. I mean, the collective good. That's even when you talk about the person on an individual or a sole basis, there's still a reference back to where it came from and where they were shaped from, and that is community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alero. And like you laid emphasis on the cybersecurity space, where it's so important. Like you definitely cannot even, you cannot really like, I don't want to say you cannot succeed, but then there's just like a limit to what you can do if you decide to go alone, right? So it's always like very important, to have that synergy, to have communities around, right? So just like our topic says, cyber synergy, right? So it's not just that, oh, okay, we're creating a community. There has to be that synergy. There has to be like-minded people, just like Alero mentioned, coming together. It's not a selfish interest. Oh, I just want to join. Oh, when there's an opportunity, I get to know about it. It's about people who are willing to, contribute to each other, join hands together, to be able to produce more than if it's something you're trying to do alone, right? So the more the like when you have like-minded people, of course, it pushes you, it stretches you much beyond what you would do if you're just trying to achieve it alone. And especially in this space, like I can't remember a number of times where you just get stuck and then you just look at like, please, who has done this? And then there's a million and one person that probably got stuck in that problem, and you just see solutions flying around. I think that's one beautiful thing about the cyber girls community as well. And Lera will get to tell us much more about that. Yeah, so I think that should even take me to my next question. So what's your personal story like with when it comes to communities? How has it helped you, personally, professionally, and just generally, how has communities like been of benefit to your life?
Thank you very much for that question. So, community has shaped me in no small way. I mean, let's even start from the community that I've been leading a community for about, I think it started during the COVID year. So let's say 2019-ish till now. That's how many years? That's like 6 years already. And it has really helped me in my transformational journey. I'm better than I used to be every year. I mean, we do things on a daily basis. So it helps you with consistency, it helps you with accountability, it helps you to know yourself more, it helps you to be accountable to another person and be accountable for another person. It also helps you to shape your outlook and your mindset. I mean, it transforms your mindset because now you can see people that are doing things that you want to do, or you have done, or you are already doing, and you can do it with them. So there's nothing like analysis paralysis here because you are doing things with people, you are doing things with your colleagues, with your juniors, people above you, people that are following in the path that you have already walked, or people that are going on the same path as you. I mean, there are different tiers in the community. And I would say community, being a part of a community has shaped my personal journey in that light. For my professional journey, I mean, in Cyber Girls, there's a lot of things that you learn. You have people to ask questions, you have people to learn from, you have people to teach, you have opportunities that are not even shared any other place but in the community. And sometimes we get opportunities that are already filled from the community. You cannot even take it out because people inside have already enjoyed the benefits of that opportunity that came. And you just see how much it's a blessing because you can see your people growing. You can see you and the people in the committee members, you can see yourselves grow. You can see how that you can set a goal for yourselves in 3 months and you see yourself walking in that path. And after 3 months, you see that you have already achieved success in that thing that you had set your mind to do. So it has personally been a source of support for me. It has been a source of growth and a source of push. It has pushed me to being better, and I'm just so grateful for community. Honestly, I don't think anybody can do anything without having that circle that they can say I'm growing here, or people can point to, or people can say this is where this person grew from, or this is where this person is growing from. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alero. Like that's a beautiful word. And being someone who has greatly benefited from communities, like there are certain life changing moments that I've experienced, and it happens through communities. And maybe just to share a bit of on my own end. So community has helped me in some ways, to gain access. There are certain places, there are certain people you may never meet if you're not part of communities, right? So being in communities has given me room, to be able to gain access to, maybe mentorship, information that I would naturally maybe not just see lying around, flying around, just like Alero mentioned, right? There are certain things that, especially in the cybersecurity space, there are certain opportunities that you would rarely see publicly because, of course, it's going to happen inside. It's going to happen like kind of insider gist first before it even goes out, right? So it's given me access to people you can actually approach, maybe on a normal level you can't see, like for you to gain access to them, like you have to go through different protocols and all of that, right? But communities give you access, you're able to relate with people, like it's basically like family of like-minded people, not just willing to gain, not just willing to like be a parasite, like you're basically willing to contribute, you're willing to grow, you're willing to help others, support others. So it's basically a mix of people in different spheres, just like Alero mentioned. You have people who are above you, you have people within the same level, you have people coming up, and then everybody is holding each other's hands, to be able to achieve the main goal, which is making sure that, of course, you're better than even when you joined that community. Another thing I think community has, I don't think like it has happened, is accountability. There are certain things that maybe if I was trying to do it on my own, I'd have given up, or I'll be like, ah, goodness, who sent you? JJ give up. But when I remember that, oh, I'm not just doing this for myself. Like I have people holding me accountable, right? And there's this stuff they say that growth is much more easier, when you're not doing it alone, right? I know that there's the part where they say, oh, don't share your goals, don't share your dreams with people and all that. And yeah, we know there are people that maybe do not mean well for you, right? But communities help you, like you're able to share, you're able to see people who are even probably chasing the same goal with you, and then you people put your energy together, you find opportunities for collaboration, right? So it's giving me accountability in the sense that there are certain things that I would have dropped and said, oh, I can't continue with this, I'm going to quit. But then you just have one sister or one person telling you, ah, if you don't do this, in fact, sometimes you might even have to put money. Be like, ah, if you don't finish this, you're paying this amount. Like just anything that helps hold you accountable, right? So I think that's one of the benefits that I've gotten from community. And then clarity and alignment. In the sense that there are certain things that you're super confused about, and then you come to communities and you find out that there are people who have walked that path, right? There are people who have at least much more gone ahead of you. And then, just like Alero mentioned, when you surround yourself with, people who share certain kind of mindsets, people who like they're going in the right direction towards their dreams, towards there's just something they say that it rubs off on you, like somehow you start feeling like, ah, if this person can do this, that means I could actually, pick up my dreams and begin to chase it. So it helps you like align, it helps you reflect on your journey as well, and be able to know, okay, this is where I'm not getting it right, this is where I'm, and all of that. And so many benefits that come with community, right? So I think that will bring us to the part where I get to ask Alero. So there are so many communities. There are just a whole lot of them. So how do I even know the community that suits what I want? How do I get access to communities? What are the certain factors that I need to look out for before I decide, okay, this is the community I should join?
Okay, thank you very much. So, first off, I would say for you to know what community you would love to join, first off, know the kind of person that you are, know the kind of commitments that you can give. You need to know the kind of person you are first. Are you one that likes a physical meet up, or you are one that would prefer a virtual meet up? Are you one that wants to do based on professional? I mean, so if it's professional, is it tech or cybersecurity or both of them? And I'm talking about tech and cybersecurity because we are doing cyber gist. That's why I'm talking about it like this. Now, when you do that, you want to think, you want to say, do I want something specific to a path in cybersecurity or something general? Because there are different communities like that. Do you want it to be male gender alone or female gender alone or mixed gender? I mean, some people have these kinds of conversations. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to have conversations like this in a male only space or in a mixed space because I want to ask questions and I don't want to feel like a novice. I don't know, different people have different things that they think about. So you want to think about who you are first, what you like. You want to think about what is your goal in cybersecurity or what is your goal? Why a community? What would it do for you? You need to have a specific goal. If I join this community, this is what I want to happen for me in my career, in my growth, in my journey, in my personal work. Once you've got it, you now begin to look for communities. And thank God there are a plethora of communities everywhere on Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram. There's a lot. I'm telling you, Facebook, there are a whole lot of communities. You also want to be sure of the authenticity of these communities because some of them will just ask you to tell you it's a paid community, you have to drop money, and you know, you drop the money, they tell you they'll teach you things, they'll show you, put you on to different opportunities. And I'm telling you, you may not even see any opportunity. Sometimes it's that ironical, but sometimes it's actually worth the amount, the money. But for some as well, you see free communities and people are learning there. You also want to do your background study. You want to check, you want to ask for track record. You want to see people that are members in that community. Is it the real deal or it's not the real deal? So you want to ask questions. And after all of this, when you've made up your mind, you've written it down, you put it on your iPad, whatever, then you now begin to see how you can join the community. And I understand that communities like this are always open. I mean, they always have open arms, waiting for people to request to be a part. And if it's open to the public, why not? Why can't you join them? So these things are things to look out for. And I'm hoping that it has already opened your eyes to seeing that there are different kinds, there are different sectors, there are different shapes, there are different shades. There's the paid, the free. There's a whole lot of these things, but you have to be sure of who you are first, what you need, what is important for you in that time, and then you do what you do best. Join it and have an amazing time there.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alero. I want to build on what you just said now. Have an amazing time there. So we have a number of people who are part of communities, right? But then the community is not of value to them, not because the community itself is not valuable, but because they're just there. To them, it's probably just one other WhatsApp group. Oh, it's one Telegram group and all of that. So what are certain tips that you could share or tips that you yourself, have applied, to make the best of communities? So that you're not like people are not just there because a number of people like, oh, this community at first you're so inquisitive, you're so curious. Oh, I want to be a part of this. Yes, this sounds like where I want to be. But then you get in there and you're just there. So that way you won't be able to have the amazing time. You won't be able to, benefit from that community. So what tips do you have for us? What tips have helped you personally to make the best of communities?
Okay, I'll just share maybe three tips to make the best of communities. First off, be open to learn. Second, be curious. I mean, when I say open to learn, be open to learning anything in the community. Have a big mind. Have a wide appetite for things in the community. Second thing is be open to serve because people will always need people. So be willing to give value. But so when I say be willing to serve or be open to serve, be willing to give value to people. The last thing I want to say when you're trying to look out for it, right? I hope I didn't mix the question up. Okay, what to look out for, right? In a community.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And
so
yes.
tips for
Tips for making the best out of communities.
okay,
Yeah.
tips for making the best. Then, so I said, be a person of value, be open to learn. The last thing I would say is be open to celebrating your people. I mean, when people are winning, be at the forefront, cheer them on, celebrate them because your own time is coming soon. That's the thing about it. Your own time will come, and when it comes, everybody will also be excited for you. So be excited for them too. Just be a a giver, a valuable person. And when people see your heart and they see how much you have, how much love you have for that community and the people in the community, it just yields much more benefits for you. It has helped me, and these are the tips I'll give you for free.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alero. Yeah, just to add to some of the things Alero mentioned. Um, be a person of value, right? Don't come from an angle of you just want to receive, you just want to come and reap. You're not willing, to contribute, and come with, you want to serve, right? You want to be a reason why another person, gets off where they are and all of that. And another thing is showing up. So a number of times we are part of communities and we do not exist, right? We're part of communities, we do not contribute, we do not, like, we're just there, right? In that way, you won't be able to make the best of communities that way. You won't be able to, you know, gain value from the community. So it's important that you're not just coming from a place of, oh, I want this for myself. You need to understand that it's collaboration, right? And especially for communities where they are where there is diversity, right? People from different skill sets, people across maybe different religion, different countries, and all of that. Like a place where there's diversity, there's a whole lot you can gain. There's a whole lot you can gain, right? They said that no man is like an island, right? So there's a whole lot you get to learn from communities. You can build great friendships, you can build connections that you would never have picked up randomly anywhere, right? People are in different stages of their lives. People are in different, in different stages of their growth journey, right? And it's important that, you get to collaborate. You get to not see it as a one person thing. Oh, I want to grow. The other person also wants to grow. So you're probably at level, let's say 20, and the person is at level 50, and we're human. Somebody at 50 still wants to get to 60 and 70. The same way, everybody keeps holding each other's hands. Be willing to share opportunities. Don't hold it to yourself. Don't have a mindset. Don't join a community and you have a mindset of, oh, if I join this community, if I share this opportunity now, maybe if it was one person that was supposed to apply for it, 10 people would now apply for it, and it's to reduce my chances. Trust me, you might apply alone and you're still not the one selected. But imagine that you share that opportunity and somebody from your community, gets to benefit from it. There are also cases where, because we are chasing different things, because we have different goals, right? There are cases where you are going to probably you're chasing something different. I come across an opportunity and I already know, because you've shared that, oh, this is the kind of thing you're looking out for. I already know that, oh, I have somebody in this community that is interested in this. It may not be what I need for the stage I am at the moment, or it may not be something that's priority for me at the moment, right? But I am able to share that opportunity because in that community, I know that there are people in different stages that want that, right? There are times when it could be an opportunity, maybe let's say a school scholarship, and maybe at that time I'm not at the point where I even need to be a part of, maybe I'm currently not in school, and you know that there are students in this community that are going to benefit from this. You don't relax and see an opportunity and say, oh, this does not concern me, and then you move on to the next thing, right? So you need to come with the mindset of being of value. In fact, it is even when you have that mindset of bringing value, um unconsciously, you start seeing that even people, you begin to rub off on people who are willing to also do the same for you, right? So don't just be a part of a community. Don't just join a group and, oh, okay, this is a group of people, and then you just want to be on the receiving end, right? You need to be able to stretch beyond that, right? So I think another reason, another part I want to touch is the parts where people have certain reasons, people have certain blocks in their head why they don't even want to join communities at all, or why I'm in a community and I do not want to contribute, right? And I think one of them is because I used to have that issue where I'd be like, oh, I'm not really an extrovert. Please, life is too personal. I don't really want to, come out and start sharing my journey or start sharing my problems. I used to be like that. Like, I just love, like, oh, let me just keep this thing to myself, and anytime I'm able to solve it, no problem, right? But I've been able to come out of that mindset. I've been able to come out of that. I'm not an extrovert thing, so I can't talk, I can't contribute, I can't, relate with people. And I started building intentionally towards it, knowing that this is important, right? Knowing that there's no way you say that you don't want, you can't do life alone. You can't do life alone, right? And beginning to learn that, okay, even when I want to be vulnerable with, oh, okay, this is where I'm stuck, maybe I'm working on a project and I'm stuck here, instead of trying to mix it all around, oh, I'm trying to solve it alone, and then it's something that would take me 24 hours is taking me like one whole week, right? I've learned to open up, I've learned to come out of that cage, and be willing to ask for help, right? There's something that you, and then there's somebody in that community that has walked that path, right? They have probably made that mistake over and over again, and then they're just telling you, oh, sometimes it's just maybe one error or whatever, and then somebody just telling you, oh, no, no, just remove this question mark, and you're like, this is it, and this is what I've been killing myself for, this is what I've been trying to. So it's important that, as much as, yes, you're not an extrovert, oh, you like to keep things to yourself, right? Communities does not mean that you should now, like, wash all your dirty linens outside, right? Community is that you're being vulnerable with wisdom, right? You're being vulnerable with wisdom, and you're able to share towards your goals, towards the things that you want to become, right? And I have this, will I call it a personal anthem, where I'm always like, at least 1% daily, at least, no matter what your growth goal is, in whatever field, in whatever, whether in business, whether in career, my one of my national anthem is, whatever it is, the goal is at least 1% better every day. And trust me, you cannot do it alone, right? I did mention earlier that accountability is one of the things that communities have helped me do. Like, there are certain things that I would have shoved down, and I'm like, oh, I'm too tired, oh, I'm this. But communities help keep you accountable, because you're not doing it alone, right? So just like we have on our flyer, it's basically everybody holding each other's hands. We're at different stages. Oh, I'm color white, I'm color green, I'm color this. But we have one goal. We want to grow. We want to be better versions of ourselves, right? And then we pull hands together. We bring our resources together. We share opportunities, and at the end of the day, everybody wins. Everybody wins. Okay. So when it also comes to cyber security, I said it at the beginning of this video that you cannot do you cannot do so. Cyber security, a whole lot, it works with team collaboration, like the a whole lot of things. In fact, it's one of the major skill sets sometimes when you're trying to apply to certain opportunities. And then, how are you able to collaborate? Are you able to work with teams, right? So cyber synergy, pulling, bringing your hands together, holding each other's hands, right? And, oh, this is my cybersecurity journey, I want to succeed in it. This cyber journey, I want to be able to contribute to other people's growth. I want to help. Oh, I've gone beyond maybe the beginner level, I want to hold another person's hands to come up. That is cyber synergy, right? I'm probably at this point, I'm looking for, and then somebody connects you and be like, okay, I have a mentor who is good in this area. Because one of the things in cybersecurity is that we do not stop learning. Like, there's no point you get to and then you say, oh, I've had enough. Or there's always one new thing to learn. And you cannot do it alone, right? So you need to be in communities, that help push you. Communities where you can always reach out and say, oh, I need to do this. And then somebody's like, okay, I've not even been able to succeed. I'm trying to work on this. I may not have succeeded doing it, right? But we can bring our heads together. We can work together and we can make this happen, right? So cyber synergy, communities, especially in cybersecurity, is very, very important. And everything we've talked about beyond cybersecurity, it applies no matter your industry, even if you're doing business, right? There are certain ideas that may not come up if you've not been in a group where certain conversations are going on. So it is super, super, super important, right, that we embrace communities and make the best of them, collaborate. And trust me, if you were running at a speed of 10%, it's definitely going to increase to a 20, it's going to increase to a 30, it's going to increase to a 50, and it just keeps getting better. Yeah. So wrapping up, I'm going to get final words from Alero. So how communities shape success. So, Alero, what is your just give us like your last words regarding community. So, if you just like randomly met someone who is not interested in somebody who is like, oh, I'm an alone kind of person. Oh, I like to do my things alone. I don't really like, I don't really like relating with people. So, what was your final words for us in that regard?
Hi, goodness. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can. I can. Hi, Alero. Can you hear me as well? Hi, Alero. Okay, so I think Alero is having like a bit of a network issue. So, basically, in conclusion, don't do life alone, right? Especially in the especially in the world we live in today, especially in the digital
Okay.
space,
Can you hear
you
me?
cannot afford to do life alone. Yeah, hi, Alero. I can hear you.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So let's do this.
Yeah, so you cannot afford to do life alone, right? And that would bring me to talking about um, securely evolving tribe. So beyond just a YouTube channel, the idea when we launched securely evolving channel was, beyond the whole cyber gist session, beyond personal growth and development, right? We want to be able to hold each other's hands. We want to be able to, stay accountable um, towards, set ourselves up for success, right? And through different means, collaboration, reading books, that helps, improve our mindset, stretch our minds, sharing our wins. There are things that happen to somebody, and then you know that, oh, this is possible. It can be me as well, right? And then you learn from the person, you're able to know, okay, this is the paths, to get to all of that. So this is one of the reasons why beyond the YouTube channel, we've launched Securely Evolving Tribe. So it's currently a WhatsApp community, and we are going to be launching. We're going live fully on the 1st of September. And yeah, you are definitely going to get more information. So we're launching on the 1st of September. And if you want to be part of a community, where you're not just going to improve personally, your growth journey in business, whether it's cybersecurity. In fact, the truth is that cybersecurity is part of it, because we don't want a situation where somebody joins the WhatsApp group and then next thing, there's probably a spam or something. So one of the basic things, no matter your field, no matter your niche, one of the basic things you're going to gain from securely evolving tribe is cybersecurity awareness, because we don't want somebody in the community to come and say, oh, my WhatsApp was hacked, and stuff like that, right? So cyber awareness is one of the major benefits you're going to be gaining from being a part of securely evolving. Then of course we're going to be open to sharing secure events, growth events, that help you grow, help you get better. We are also going to be sharing on, maybe people who want to read certain books together, discussions. You have a challenge, maybe you're stuck in whatever area of life, you would definitely find somebody in that community, that can be of assistance to you. So we are going to, yes, Securely Evolving Tribe is launching live on the 1st of September. And it's not just for everybody, right? We're looking for like-minded people, people who are invested in their growth, people who want to be more in life. Okay, people who, you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to not just benefits from the community, but you're willing to give back, right? So there's going to be so many opportunities to volunteer as well, be able to practically maybe practice certain things you're learning through volunteering and all of that, and a whole lot a whole lot. So securely evolving tribe is not just limited to cybersecurity professionals. It's for different skill sets, different areas, whether career, whether business. The most important thing is the mindset. If you have a growth mindset, then you are welcome. Right. So we're launching on the 1st of September, and hopefully you get to be part of the beautiful community that we are building. So thank you so much for joining Cyber Gist today, and I hope that you picked at least one or two points on how communities help shape us for success, how communities help set us up for success. And if you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for, but there's a whole lot of value. There's a whole lot of value you're going to be gaining from this YouTube channel. So please click on the subscribe button and go ahead and turn on notifications so that you get alerted whenever we have episodes like this. So Cyber Gist is just one part of what we do in Securely Evolving. It's a monthly session where we just have conversations around, cybersecurity, get to share stories. And next month is super packed. Cyber Gist for October is super packed because October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So it's super, super packed. And we're going to be sharing stories of people who, in one way or the other, have fallen victim of cyber attacks and all of that. They would be joining us to share their stories on, certain things that made them vulnerable, how they were able to like fall victim of the compromise, and then we're going to be learning from their stories, and of course creating awareness on how you can stay safe while navigating the digital world. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. Securely Evolving. See you.